Well, hello all my friends, and welcome back to another look at some of the foods we've been eating around here. If you want to get some food on your table that doesn't take you forever and a day to get it made, doesn't cost an arm and a leg to buy all the ingredients, things that are easy but do not lack in flavor, you've come to the right place. Just keep watching. We're going to get into some really delicious food here. I hope you get some great ideas and some inspiration. Aren't you guys glad it's spring? Look at these beautiful daffodils blooming along the creek. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, this was the first time for me to ever use this product. This is a boneless turkey breast made by Jennie-O, and it says oven ready to the oven in 5 minutes or less, from freezer to oven. So how great is that? This was the first time, like I said, for us to try this. So you just basically open up the bag. It's got a turkey breast that's wrapped in this cooking bag that stays on during the whole process. It tells you a few different options for cooking. I chose the CROCKPOT version. You need to go in with a knife and make a few slits across the top and put a cup of water in the bottom, put on the lid, and I believe it's done in about 3 hours or so. I believe that's about how long it took for me. Look at this. It's already pre-seasoned. You talk about flavor, this had it. It was so tender, so moist and delicious. So I'm just very carefully here getting it and all of these wonderful juices that cooked from this turkey into this little bowl here. I'm just going to kind of let it sit here for a second. And I'm going to use a little bit of that broth to make some gravy. So that was great. And this sliced up so nicely. It did not fall apart. It stayed in nice slices, which I think is kind of fun to serve your turkey or ham or whatever you're doing. Sometimes they fall off into pieces, and that's okay too, but when you get a nice slice, it's just right. So look at this. This was so good. I'll show you more about that in just a minute. I made a few different sides. This was something I had just picked up from the grocery store, and for whatever reason, that sounded so good. It's a rice, broccoli, and cheese. Now, you'll see here there's not a whole lot of broccoli in here, but this did have a good flavor. It was on a really good sale at Kroger, and for some reason, that's just what I wanted this day. I also made some mashed potatoes to go along with it. We had some macaroni and cheese left over from a previous meal. Look at this. That is the gravy I made to go along with this. It actually comes also with the little gravy packet. So you just follow the directions for that. Like I said, I did some easy sides, some crescent rolls, and this was on a Saturday, and we were at home all day, and this cooked in the crock pot, and what a delicious dinner this was for us. I don't often cook on the weekends, but my goodness gracious, this was great. And of course, James and I were able to eat on that turkey breast a few times. So if you've not tried this, give this a try. This was a really good product. I'll definitely buy it again. Next up, I had used just a little bit of this pasta sauce and needed to finish it off. So I went to my pantry, pulled out these cheese tortelloni that I picked up from Aldi, and I just made a simple meat sauce. Like I said, I had already opened up this jar to just use a little bit of it for, I don't know, dipping possibly mozzarella sticks in. I can't really remember. But I knew I wanted to use this with a meat sauce. So I'm sure you've all made something like this over and over again, but I'm just showing this because this is something we had and it was delicious. I don't often buy the tortelloni, and I have already repurchased it. I think I bought the little mini raviolis this time, possibly. But they're so quick and easy, and it just gives a little bit of a different take on a pasta night. All right, this is ready to roll. Just pop the lid on there to keep it warm while I'm pulling together our salad. I got this at Trader Joe's, this lemony arugula basil salad kit. And the dressing on this is really, really delicious. The whole thing was really good, but the dressing has such a good flavor. So I probably should have just made half of it because there was more packed in that bag than I even thought. But it was really, really good. I would purchase this again. Just put the little ingredients that they give you along with it, squeeze over the salad dressing, and there you go. I also had some shaved Parmesan, and I was able to use that to top a little extra for the salad, a little extra on top of our delicious dinner. This was really, really good. If you've not bought this, give this a try. Like I said, this just takes your typical maybe spaghetti or, whatever kind of pasta you're making with your pasta sauce. This just kind of adds a little something extra by using a cheese-filled tortelloni. On this night, I pulled out this bag of the chicken party wings out of the freezer, and I am doing something a little bit different. I'm adding this whole packet of dry ranch dressing, and then I am putting some of our favorite sauces on top. These turned out really, really good. Normally, James does the wings if he's at home, say if it's a weekend or something like that. He takes care of seasoning them and cooking them, but today I'm doing them myself. For the sauce, I'm using this Louisiana hot sauce and the Kinder's Honey Hot Barbecue. I'm just going to put a little bit of both on top of these wings, give them a good mix, and I did these in the air fryer. First time for that too. They turned out great. I had some onion rings in my freezer, and that sounded delicious with these wings, and I made some macaroni and cheese to go along on the side. That's definitely one of our favorites, so you see that pretty often around here, but this tasted delicious. It really hit the spot. Tonight I am making cheesy beef and bean burritos. So I pulled out what I needed from my pantry and from my freezer. So I got this taco seasoning. I've got these refried beans. Of course, the big burrito size tortillas. I shredded up some iceberg lettuce, diced up some onions, and cut a lime in half. Those will be all great things inside of these cheesy beef and bean burritos. So I browned up 1 pound of ground beef. To that, I am going to add, of course, after it is drained, I'm going to add the taco seasoning. This is the first time to try this particular brand. It was okay. I don't know that I'll repurchase that. It was pretty intense, very flavorful, which is a good thing, but it just wasn't my favorite, I guess. But you never know till you try. So once I got that all mixed in, I had just a little bit left of this Jack's salsa. So I wanted to add that in to help continue flavoring this meat as well as the juice of a lime. And the first thing you have to do is drop the lime into the ground beef, and then you pick it up and squeeze the juice. I'm heating up the refried beans on the stove, and I always put just a little bit of bacon grease inside the refried beans while they're cooking. It just gives them some flavor, makes them just be perfect, in my opinion at least. And so you just want to use your beans on the bottom, spread a nice layer of beans, go in next with cheese, whatever is your choice. I love this queso quesadilla cheese for anything that's Mexican. It just melts great. We love it. I put a little bit of sour cream in there, and then next up, I'm going to add on my ground beef. So once that's on, I'm using the onion, the lettuce, and we have the lime there, and then we just want to get this all folded up burrito style. Just tuck it in as tight as you can. Now, I will say this, we ate them just like this. I think I might have stuck them in the microwave just to make sure, everything was all nice and the same temperature. It's on a Friday night, so the next day we had some for lunch because we had enough left over, and James suggested frying them in oil. So just heated a little bit of oil, fried them up, crisped up the burrito. Oh, it was just delicious. So either way you go, these beefy bean and cheese burritos are a winner. Frying up the bacon, y'all. Frying up the bacon. I sometimes do it in the air fryer. I sometimes do it in the oven, but sometimes right on the stovetop. That's what I'm doing this time around. Just getting some bacon fried up. I am making club sandwiches. I love a club sandwich. If you've been around here, you know I love sandwiches in general. Club sandwich ranks at the top. So that's what sounded good tonight, and I had all the stuff for it. So let's just put together a delicious club sandwich. While we're pulling this thing together, it has several steps and components. I just want to say I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate the comments every time that you stop by my channel, when you watch, the thumbs up, all of that means so much to me and helps my channel to grow. If you haven't subscribed, of course, we'd love to have you. That just means that when I'm here in the kitchen, you'll know about it because you're subscribed. It's free, of course. And then if you click the bell notification, that will notify you. You'll get a little notification that I have a video. And if you choose to watch and not subscribe, I appreciate you just as much. Thank you for watching. All right, here, let's see what we've got. Mayonnaise on our toasted up bread, turkey. We have a piece of American cheese, and now we're going to add mayonnaise and again to the center slice. Of course, the club sandwich typically has the 3 pieces of bread like this. It's a big old sandwich, you guys. I got some lettuce on there. I had some red onion, and I didn't have any like slicing tomatoes, but I did have little cherry tomatoes. I just used what I had, and I just served this with chips this night. This sounded so good. Also, the pickles, I don't normally put pickles on a club sandwich, but that was really a game changer. James and I both felt like that just gave it such a great flavor. So, pickles for the win this time. Definitely need some toothpicks to hold this thing together, especially while you're cutting, and take a look at that. This was so delicious. Very easy, but a delicious meal on a weeknight. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're doing great. I will see you the next time, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.